Standish in Wigan, just parked up down the road, and I've come to look at this cross, and we've got a Lichgate pub. Morning, you alright? Which is pretty cool. So Lichgate being the ancient entranceway between life and death. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Anglo-Saxon in origin, I believe. So actually after the marketplace cross. So it's pretty cool, isn't it? Marketplace, Standish, facing St Wilfrid's Church. Originally recorded in 1205. Fallen into decay over the centuries. It was largely rebuilt. The same site in 1589. And a new tower spire erected in 1867. The owl and the rat, I've seen that symbol. The Lord Manor of the 12th century, so that's their family crest. And then we've got St Wilfrid, Ordinary's Church as well. So yeah, we're going to have a look inside the church as well. Pretty cool. I wonder if the Standish Community Forum is still a thing. So there's a couple of plaques. There's one around this side as well. This needs an overhaul, doesn't it? Hard to read. I need to do some research when I get home. 1703 cottage. Market Cross, which we're at. Town's well origins are uncertain. So that is the Market Cross, or what's left of the Market Cross. So the cross isn't original, it was replaced. What you can see, the original there, and then we've got the stocks as well. So this must have been a place where you might have been punished if you were naughty. The cross isn't original, it's been replaced. But, oh, this is original. It's very similar to the Limb Cross, isn't it? Over near Warrington. Again, Standish Community Forum. I wonder if they're still going. This plot of land forming this site of 10 dwellings was dedicated to the public by James Martland Ainscroft Esquire, JP, for the improvement of the native village in 1930. And there's his coat of arms. That owl. I don't know if we can 3D scan that owl. It's not a particularly old church. I think it's Victorian in age. It's got that neo-Gothic architecture you see quite often at churches. It's got quite a different, unique style, this one. It's got the kind of square buttresses. It's also got this kind of parapet look, so it's almost like it's tried to model itself on a castle. Oh, we're in business, we can get in. This is a modern Lichgate, isn't it? Interesting motifs. Morning, you alright?
Are you taking your photograph?
Yeah, just taking some. Do you know what these are? These are quite interesting, aren't they?
No, the whole thing.
They look like much older, but the church isn't relatively that old, is it? Comparatively to other churches, it's only a few hundred years old, I think. That looks.
Have you ever been round?
No, I've never been round.
If if you ever that's open, you can inquire when the next. There's a man who takes everybody around. It's really interesting.
Oh, like a tour of the church. Oh, right, okay. So that's
everything.
Yes, I don't know what these are. They look modern, but they look old at the same time. Pretty cool, pretty amazing. They could be much older, repurposed. They look like actually they've been built into the stonework. To me, I think this is older, but I don't know what it is. Don't know what they are, but they're like faces. They look like Saxon to me, but I could be wrong. And then you got a plaque here. It's disappeared. So yeah, I was just spoken to a lady then, just came over, and she was telling me about tours that you can do internally, so that's quite useful. So yeah, just having a wander around really and seeing what's what, but the church is pretty amazing. And then you've got, the gates closed behind me, and then we went in through that side entrance, but if you have a look again, you can see those figurines on the wall, so that's really interesting. They look like they've been repurposed. You've got a stone over here with an inscription on. Oh, so stones put here for the new portion of the, can't read that, the deep. September 1895, so there must have been a refurbishment of the church, I presume, and that's a commemoration stone. But yeah, a lady was just coming over there and telling me you can do a tour of the church. It's an absolutely brilliant church. It looks like there's an active society here, so I'm gonna go over and ask in a second and see what the score is. Yeah. A lot of Commonwealth War graves here. Slippery. It's on a mound as well, isn't it? It's on a raised platform. You often find this in churches. Be really careful there. You often find this in churches. They're on raised ground. This is also another feature. Wonder. These look really old. Of course, graves wasn't really a thing until the 17th century anyway. So when you think about modern graves, they were for the affluent people really, who could afford them. So gravestones from the medieval period until the 17th century, it wasn't really a thing. You didn't have a gravestone. So unless you were very, very, very important, and you might have a chamber or something like that. But yeah, this is very slippery, so I'm not going to walk down there. I might end up falling over, I think. Interesting. So they've obviously repurposed some of the gravestones. It's probably unsafe down there. Yeah, again, very old churchyard. Looks like some church people in the background. Probably would be built on a more ancient site, they normally are. It's absolutely beautiful, even though it's very cold today. Temperature's dropped on this 31st of January day. It's very creepy and eerie, doesn't it? A lot of forgotten graves there. Again, you can see that kind of castle structure on the exterior. Just another angle looking at the church. Oh, there's the original Lich Gate as well, at the very bottom. So the crossing point of life and death. So symbol of the owl again, the family crest. Church of Wigan now, so you can see it right behind me. There's no one here, no action, nothing going on today, so that's a shame. It said it was open online, but it's not clearly, so have a little walk round. It's a shame it's not open, but it's the entrance way where I came for it. And then we've got the War Memorial over here. It's a parish church, but it's got these bishops on the exterior. Evensong, Sunday 6:30, that might be quite good if it's still active. And then this. War Memorial. And other than that, there's not a lot going on, unfortunately. But it is a beautiful church. It'd be great to get inside and have a look around, really. Grade 2 listed. All Saints certainly existed in 1199 when King John appointed Adam D. Fleckleton. So that's some information there. Church graveyard. That's where I am now, I guess. Which is over here. A lot of people milling around, which I'm not going to go over to because it looks like they're doing stuff. The plague in Wigan, 1649. Then exiting the church ground, you've got the High Street, which is weird because it goes straight onto the local establishments. Historic town, marketplace, just where we come from, and not a lot else going on really. Historically here, I think there's an opportunity to bring something back to life here. I don't know what it is, but I would imagine that they're going to try and keep money to keep the roof going and maintain it, and then you've probably got certain people that travel through sleeping rough. There might be vandalism as well, I presume, so yeah, probably. Dog and Partridge pub. To women of World War II, right in the cemetery, or where the cemetery was. And finally, right near where I parked, the old courts as well. So, in summary, Wigan got some old stuff, but it's not really doing much with it, I can't see, to be honest. So opportunity there, I think. So a random place in Wigan. You might be thinking, why am I standing here? Well, I'm next to Mab's Cross. According to my notes, this is a 13th century cross with its recorded mention taking place in 1277. It's one of 4 stone crosses originally used as waymarkers along the medieval route from Wigan to Chorley. So that's really interesting, isn't it? I'm reading this ad-lib off Wikipedia, by the way, so I've not got this knowledge myself. The cross no longer stands in its original position, having moved across the road in 1922, part of the widening scheme. So if we have a look behind me, so this is where it's saying Mab's Cross is. Lady Mabel Broadhay did penance for bigamy in 1323 by walking barefoot once a week from Wigan Hall to this cross, since known as Mab's Cross, in memory of Lady Mabel. According to the ancient legend, her husband, Sir William, can't read that, Bainspay, was away on a crusade for several years, believing he was dead. She married a Welsh knight. Sir William, on his return to Hay, slew the Welshman and settled down here with Lady Mabel. He was murdered in a fray on Monday the 16th of August 1333 and was buried in Wigan Parish Church. We'd just been there. His wife founded the Broadhay Chantry in 1338, where their effigies can still be seen in the church. The cross was originally located on the opposite side of the road in front of 138 Standish Gate, but was moved to the present location in connection with highway improvements carried out in recent times. A lot of history. So that's what's left of it. It's also worth pointing out that we are on the opposite side of the road now, and that is Mab's Cross Primary School. So the cross presumably would have been somewhere here. Today what have we got? We've got an Only Fools and Horses mug there, Del Boys on it. We've got a piece of bread. So we've got litter everywhere. Shock horror. So yeah, Mab's Cross Primary School. Let's go back across. So I wonder what the curriculum is here. Do they teach this? Have they 3D recreated it? Have they gone back in time? Have they had a history lesson in regards to this cross? Because I think they could. I think it could be really interesting. And we can see just in the distance the parish church where I've just come from. So all in all, quite an interesting journey from the parish church to here. But I think there needs to be a proper cross here. Why can't we recreate the top of the cross? Maybe sacrilege these days, but certainly don't see why not. Interesting stuff.